voices inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
Hello, hello. Chad Jen, Betsy Leak, Sharon. Y'all, I am T. Hey, Dalen. Choppa Choppa's in here. We're gonna give it a minute because we're gonna take a we gotta take a peek at what WJHL just released. Uncle Matt, hello, y'all. I am pissed. Everybody who is donated, which we've donated directly to Churchill Rescue Squad, and anyway, we're gonna pull this up in a minute. I am pissed, and now I'm questioning at this point the entire fucking county and beyond. Hey, true crime loving blonde. Let's pull this up because holy shit, this is unacceptable. First, I showed Mr. Share, then I texted Benny right away, and I was like, "Fuck, bro, this is bad." And he was like, "Yeah, we got a problem." Okay, share screen. All that glitters. Thank you so much. And Yanni, if you listen to this, I love you. I rescheduled the show. This show was supposed to happen last night and it didn't. But yesterday, Yanni had sent a $10 super chat before the show even was supposed to start. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'm sorry that I rescheduled. Cotton candy boobs. Did you see that bullshit? I didn't even, I literally just saw it and didn't even have time to show you yet. I'm figuring you saw it, but we're all about to see it together. It's 30 seconds of bullshit. All right, let me share screen. Okay, we're pulling it up right now because this is going to get played more than once tonight, I'm sure. And I'm sure everyone and their moms are going live now because within the last 15 minutes, this was just released. And it's terrible. You guys are going to be pissed if you haven't seen it already. Am I sharing my screen? Yes. Okay. Here we go.
There have been some questions raised in regards to distributing the reward fund.
Pausing right there. Fair use, whatever. This is a quick clip, 53 seconds. Now, who brought the questions? Because I remember come summers one year, all of us were questioning. So unless like were people calling in and asking, probably, but for sure I know they're watching all of us on social media. I'm not one that called to ask. I figured it would get addressed, not like this, but I figured it would get addressed by, you know, potentially you would think you would want your Donald or Tim Mullen, the media manager, or even mom or grandma of Summer Walls would want to say something or fight for it to be extended, but whatever.
We have been advised to and will be reward fund. In regards to distributing the reward fund, we have been advised to and will be paying the reward fund money to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter. Upon advice of counsel, that is all I can say at this time.
Okay, so when I heard that they're going to turn it into the court, my first time listening to that, which is 15 minutes ago, I'm like, oh sweet, possibly they're going to bring it to the courts and split it up for each brother. Sweet. But then he keeps talking.
Upon advice of counsel, that is all.
So he has an attorney, or Churchill Rescue Squad has an attorney. Advice of counsel. So they've talked to attorneys about the reward fund. I don't know why, because if you have the reward fund, just give it to the courts. Like, I don't know what's happening here, but it's hard not to question everything when they stole somebody that worked in this very organization, stole, I want to say it was like $40,000 or $37,000, but it might be more than that. I think it was around 40 grand. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like a year before Summer Wells's reward fund being hosted by them, which by the way, we know from like a week ago where we read Ronnie Lawson's the one who picked Churchill Rescue Squad to deal with the reward fund. Ronnie Lawson, cousin Lawson, cousin Ronnie, whatever.
I can say at this time.
What court is that?
This is the statement that I'm making. At this time, it will be turned over to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter.
What's the amount of the money?
He's barely saying anything, but he's reading his statement. So somebody is telling him what to say here, probably his counsel. This is alarming. Let me turn the closed captions on, and I'm gonna shut up for this 53 seconds and just play it through.
There have been some questions raised in regards to distributing the reward fund. We have been advised to and will be paying the reward fund money to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter. Upon advice of counsel, that is all I can say at this time.
What court is that?
This is the statement that I'm making. At this time, it will be turned over to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter.
What's the amount of the money at this point?
At this point, I don't have the most accurate, up-to-date account. The money is still in the account this time, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Prove that. Please prove it's all in there. You don't even know how much.
I'm just confused here, Tim. What court are we talking about? Is there a legal matter here?
At this point, that's all I can say.
There's a legal matter for sure. You cannot even tell us. You can't even say how much funds was raised. You should be able to, as the captain in charge here, you should be able to. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Mr. J. Quinn, welcome to Crazy Train. Choo choo. Ange Carter, welcome to Crazy Train. Choo choo. Kim Maple, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you, you guys. And Sharon Tuck, thank you. You guys, this is alarming. This is seriously a problem, and I don't like it. So clearly, there is a legal issue happening here. He could not tell how much was in the reward fund, which to me is bullshit. And why can't you tell what courts it's going to? Holy Sin, hey, Cotton Candy Boobs, wow, is like, what do you even say? I am actually mad right now, as I'm sure many of you are. We should be able to know. If I'm that dude, I'm going to know how much was raised. Like, you are not being transparent. And the courts, well, you're in Hawkins County or Rogersville or whatever, so it should be freaking clear what courts it's going to. Or is this all just a narrative and, oh, just say this and then people will leave it alone and that'll be okay. Ryan Upchurch told us months ago not to donate. It was a scam of an organization. Fuck. And you know what? We felt like that at the very beginning. And we were like, what the heck? So we didn't feel comfortable. We wanted to give right to the reward fund, which is through the bank, whatever they say, right? Well, go to find out it's actually all handled through Churchill Rescue Squad. Now, like Mr. Share said, we actually made $1,500 donation, $15. So it wasn't technically towards Summer's reward fund, but we donated. We held fundraisers and helped donate to Churchill Rescue Squad because I was reading that they needed $11,000 for this and that. But then when I seen them go to the city hall and asking for money, I was like, there's a problem here. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, everything. It doesn't matter if you donated to the bank. It's all organized and ran from Churchill Rescue Squad. This is crazy. And I think my camera stopped working. Can you still hear me? Okay, I'll just turn that off for a minute. September Lotus, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you so much for becoming a member, you guys. Appreciate that very much. And it feels so icky. Hi, G Maria. This is Tanya. This is totally unacceptable. You are right. Hey, Punksy. I donated a bunch during the marathon. You guys, you're gonna see everybody donated to Civis Bank a few times. Zena, I am so sorry. Every one of us who has donated to these people, to the reward fund or just to their organization should be demanding to see receipts. Do we not have rights? I don't even know how that works, but do we have any kind of rights or no? Because we're donating, so there's no rights. I don't know. Mr. Share gave his beard up for them. Yes. So did Cooter Brown. Yep. It doesn't matter if you donated to Civis Bank because guess what? Guess who's running that account at Civis Bank? It is Churchill Rescue Squad. It is alarming. Let's just play this one more. I'm so pissed. I know everybody is.
There have been some questions raised in
I'm sorry. I don't even know. I've just kind of like everything is just my brain is pissed. I'm pissed.
regards to distributing the reward fund. We have been advised to and will be paying the reward fund money to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter. Upon advice of counsel, that is all I can say at this time.
What court is that?
This is the statement that I'm making. At this time, it will be turned over to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter.
What's the amount of the money at this point?
At this point, I don't have the most accurate, up-to-date account.
That's
the
some
money is still in the
bullshit.
account. At this time, that's all I have. Thank you.
But I'm just confused here, Tim. What court are we talking about? Is there a legal matter here?
I literally just seen the code too. Hey, Tim, you might want to change the code on your door. I'm sure you got alarms and all that kind of bullshit, but I mean, you just did that code right on fucking camera for all to see.
That's all I can say.
Slam that door then, big boy. We want answers. Churchill Rescue Squad, Tennessee. Bet your ass I'm calling tomorrow. Fuck that. We all need to be demanding receipts. This is ridiculous. And I'm sure everyone's going to be pissed. Everybody. You guys. Share, change the code. I mean, I just watched him put in the code. I'm sure y'all did too. When was this? Today. This was just released on WJHL. So I don't know when they filmed that, but it was just uploaded 30 minutes ago on WJHL. So however quick, I mean, I'm sure that was just taken today and then shown tonight. What's the deets for that, Share? So we can all phone. I'm not going to dox, but everybody's got Google and you just have to Google it yourself for the phone number. I'm not going to dox it though. But I mean, if you donated and you're concerned after seeing that, I know I'm calling first thing tomorrow because it doesn't show that they're open right now. But I sure as shit am calling tomorrow. I'm sorry. Like you all said. Thank you, Chris. Like you guys said, my husband donated a beard. Cooter Brown donated his beard. And we donated funds and we took our time and y'all donated to that. Like, fuck that. Oh, Chris, you're so beautiful. That's a pretty lip color too. Jinx, can I give you? Sure, with Summer Wells taken off the Amber Alert. Now, okay. That's what Benny says. I did share Benny's video and then I unshared it because we were trying to find it. I can't find it. Mr. Share's been at work, but some other people did comment that she is still listed. They saw her still listed. I did not see her still listed. Now I do feel like Benny wouldn't be that dumb to go on there and say that and actually call out the TBI and Leslie Earnhardt or whatever and say that so publicly if it wasn't true. I don't know. Or maybe they added her back on really quick. Maybe there was a glitch. I have no idea. Hey, Tammy Ayo. Seems like some people are moving from you guys. I'm going to give my honest fucking opinion, totally blunt right now. I can't help but feel like, okay, so I was talking conspiracies with Dawn before. Mr. Share, the Beard of Reason, was all like, if this is a cover up or some kind of conspiracy, that would mean that everybody involved is in on it. Okay, now stop and think about that. Stop and think about everybody involved in Summer's life. Anyone who's a witness or suspect, everyone who's been around our beautiful Summer Wells has lied. Every single person, even the people you would think like, why are you lying? Why do you change your story 10 times? For what purpose other than just attention and shit, right? But why? It is honestly, I can't recall a case I've seen like this. I mean, it's almost crazier than John Bonet, but not quite. But I consider it crazier because at least with John Bonet, we know what happened. Like, what, well, do we ever really know what happened? But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help but feel like there's some kind of cover up going on that Don and I spoke about. Like, Don was like, I should be able to trust law enforcement, but I can't. Like, I don't know anymore because it sure as shit feels like Ronnie Lawson's used Summer and the Wells's name for being fourth term in a row sheriff. It sure feels like Churchill Rescue Squad used Summer's name and the Wells name. It sure feels like the Humane Society is doing that. Now, listen, I understand where people are like, if it gets animals adopted, I'm for it. I understand that. And I want animals to find a good home too. But at the same time, I can't ignore that I feel like, and I am seeing and hearing all of these people start using, come adopt these animals. Oh, we have the Wells dogs. Like, they're the whole town. We got news anchors that became news anchors and got their careers overnight off of the Wells. Like, what the actual fuck? And I'm sorry, sometime we're gonna find the ties to Ronnie Lawson and Tim Mullen because there's ties. Let me tell you, there's no way that there isn't ties between Ronnie Lawson and fucking the Sandman exploiting Summer and her brothers. Now, that's how I feel. Hey, all of these kids around Tennessee needs homes. Da, 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 da. And you notice that they even brought the Wells into that. Not just kids need foster homes. We have kids that are sleeping in offices. Please, we need foster homes. We need more people adopting. But what do? They throw in the Wells brothers. They're foster homes, just like what the Wells brothers are in. And don't forget the silent victims like the Wells brothers. Everybody in every county that surrounded Summer Wells is using this. And I cannot help but think of the conspiracies. Freaking sorry, not sorry. Because this is terrible. I don't like any of it. Feeling it's a cover up as well. Me too, Cher. No way those two idiots, Candace and Don. Dalen. I'm so skipping work tomorrow. Maple looking for a doctor. Be like, good, y'all. Good. I need an appointment today. What was I gonna say? Okay, those two idiots. Okay, so let's think about it. Let's say Don and Candace are shitty parents. They did something stupid, and let's trigger warning. Let's talk hypothetically, or what ifs. Okay, we cannot ignore there are handlers involved. Why is there so many handlers involved? If Don and Candace and Grandis were just shitty parents and grandparents, and Summer passed away because maybe too much abuse or because they didn't want to get caught abusing, okay? Trigger warning and hypothetically, because I'm being real here. Why would there be so many handlers involved? There shouldn't be, right? Right? Unless Don and Candace are some kind of big pimpin that we are all unaware of because they aren't that smart. There's other people around them controlling the situation that's making them smart. Not even smart. Why do we have people puppeteering? Why do we have uppers? Like, straight up, why? And who's paying all these people? Unless there's multiple people covering their ass here, which is a cover up. I don't understand it. And what was just released tonight, if they don't want people speculating and whatever, like TBI, FBI, LE, somebody better do something very quick. And I don't know anymore. I don't know. I know I'm no one to be demanding some kind of answers, but we can't hear that and not want some kind of answers. Am I wrong? Truth is stranger than fiction. Yes. I got into, have you guys heard, what was that girl's name we watched today, babe? Vera? You guys, I want to show that I'm gonna do that this weekend. I've seen other channels have it on, so I'm gonna play it on their channels. But we have to watch this documentary together because just when you think, oh well, this is impossible, oh this wouldn't happen, you have to freaking watch this documentary about this girl and the people surrounding her and the incest and the oh my gosh, it is. I don't even know what to say. I am truly pissed. It changed my whole mood tonight. I know people are like, "Oh, that's probably normal, Sharon." No, I don't feel this is normal whatsoever. FBI needs to take the fuck over completely. I agree. Like, what is happening here? Everybody is using their name. It feels like the town has not. I don't even know. I don't even fucking know anymore. Churchill Rescue Squad already had their treasure steal. Yes. Yeah, they did. They sure as shit did. Let me see if I can find that. Excuse me. I'm going to probably do that on Sunday. Saturday night, we have a 47K stolen. I'm going to pull up the info, Sailor, right now. Love me or hate me, guys. This is wrong, and we should all be alarmed. Whether you are a creator that doesn't like me or I don't care for your content, that aside, everybody should be alarmed right now, and everybody should be bringing this to the forefront. Anyone that had anything to do with helping raise $1 for this reward fund, or even for them because they liked, you know what I'm saying? Everyone, they should all, they should all. Let's pull this up.
Searching for music for your next video? Then you need to check out Artlist.
Now, the former treasurer of 2 emergency service organizations has pleaded guilty to theft.
This is no shade, but every time I see this girl reporting, I feel like she's drunk. I don't know. She just.
The Tennessee Comptroller's Office says Carla Dyke stole more than $47,000.
Now, okay. Carla Dykes too. We all know the Dykes name in that area, right? And even the Dykes ties to Summer Wells, like even more triggering in my opinion.
$1,000 at least from the Churchill Rescue Squad between January.
Carla Dykes stole 47,000 plus. What do you mean plus? How do you not know the exact amount that was stolen? Again, that's alarming. Blah, blah, blah. Churchill Rescue Squad stole 32,800 plus. Hawkins County Volunteered Firemen Association.
January 2013 and August of 2020. Dykes used the agency's debit card to make personal payments. Dykes was also previously working as treasurer for the Hawkins County Volunteer Firemen's Association. An investigation later found that she transferred nearly $33,000 from her association to offset her expenditures with the rescue squad's funds. Dykes was sentenced to 6 years on supervised probation and was ordered to pay restitution to both organizations.
Oh, I bet that bitch she owed what, 100K easily and then some probably. Like, and how much was made in the reward fund? Like, I'm sorry, this is just getting worse and worse. Red fucking flags all over. Yeah. Does anyone know anyone by the name Brad related to this case? 423 Chase. Brad? I'm not going to say his last name, but 423 Chase. you know, who did the whole corrupt billboard and lied and scammed thousands of freaking dollars from people. Yeah. Another one who wanted to butter up to my husband, who's so nice, to try and believe his fucking story, but it never sounded right, even to the bearded raisin. I'm upset. Where did all our donations end up? Court? Why aren't suspects in court ASCP? I don't know why court. The reason why I think is because they probably got caught, that they don't have all of the money there. For the head honcho there to not know how much was raised is a problem. Waterboard time? Oh, Cena, you're terrible. 420 in chat. I know, Chatty Jennifer. Yeah, I am nervous too. Okay. Now I got to try and find, because I got out of it, I have to try and find what account. Okay, before I find that, let's talk about the Wells PIs, the PIs, the Wells PIs, because as I said, it's hard not to think about a cover up or whatever, and all of these people involved. Back in July, sometime in July, of course, in talking with Don, I had who I would not come live and say this. I 100% believe it was actually the PIs, because it was a man and a woman. And comparing the voice of the PI who finally came forward and did an interview, it's the same voice I was speaking to. So I know it was the PIs who tried this scam on me and Mark back in July. I don't remember the date, but it was they called me, and it was, I think, around the time we started talking about the money and the drugs. I can't really remember that well. Like I said, people want to keep coming after me. Oh, Cher, she's all about the money and making money off of Summer. You notice that I have 10 and a half months of almost 24/7 conversations with people that are not recorded, that aren't shown, right? So remember that. So they called, and they didn't say who they were, but it was definitely the dude, the Koba, what's his name? It was the PIs. It was the guy and the girl, Trudy and whatever his name is, the PIs. And somehow Don started talking about bikers. This was long before the bikers coming. So I was talking to the PIs, Don and Candace's. Hey, Trulia. I was talking with them, and this was a very long fucking phone call, and it was multiple calls in a row, to the point where even Mr. Scheer was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" So they actually put on an entire production for me and Mark. In fact, they kept pretending to patch me through. Oh, I'm going to patch you through to so and so, blah blah blah, and then they patched me through to the guy PI, who pretended to be, or maybe is, but he went on to tell me and try and convince me that, well, if they're talking about the Hells Angels and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because Don brought up Hells Angels. This PI then patching, the girl PI was like, let me patch you through. I'm going to put you through to blah, 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 a fake name. And he is retired for whatever he said, like 25 or 23 years, and was in Hell's Angels and blah, blah, blah. And he'll talk to this person, blah, blah. So then he gets on the phone and he's trying to talk to me, and he's like trying to school me about the Hell's Angels and everything he's done. And I'm literally thinking to myself, a real Hell's Angels would not be on the phone talking about all this. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that fucking dumb. But I was like, oh, okay. And they wanted to continue this for days and days. And I actually never talked to them after that day. And even Mr. Sheriff, babe, will you come here for a minute, baby? I know it's hard to remember exactly how it went. But you remember that call where they were pretending to be the Hells Angels, and they were going on and on. Oh, Hells Angels, I've done this before. I've done that before. And don't worry about it. We're looking into Don and Candace, and we're gonna make sure, if Hell's Angels are involved, we'll find out because I'm part of Hell's Angels. And oh, let me patch you through. Remember that? And they kept patching me through to the people, but it was the same two fucking people, same voices, but they kept acting like they were I don't even know what they were trying to be, but they were literally, please hold, let me patch you through to blah blah blah, and then the girl would be like, blah blah blah. We have Cher on the phone, one of Don Wells's friends, and she'd be like, yeah, they just pretended like they were these people in these things, and he kept on for a long time. Was I on the phone for like over an hour, and he was like, "I'm Hell's Angels." Do you remember all that?
I remember you're talking with the guy who said he's like a retired Hells Angels.
Retired Hell's Angels, yeah. Yeah, you do not brag about being in a Hell's Angel. So I did kind of tell myself, I'm like, okay, if this was true, there's no fucking way he'd be saying all this shit on the phone. These are the PIs of the Wells that we're handling. So they're putting on this whole production. We're supposed to put our truth in them to find Summer Wells, or our faith in these people who are also putting on production and lying. And I knew right away it was the PIs that Don was talking about because they kept saying, we're going to, oh, that's actually what they did say. They said they were private investigators. And that's why they're like, let me patch you through to here. Da, da, da. So they didn't say they were the Wells's private investigators, though. But now I know it was the Wells's private investigators. Like, no question. And that dude, the guy has not talked except for that, like, 2 news articles just recently. And there's probably reason for that because he's been on the fucking phone with a few people putting on production. Why do we have all these people with production?
It's weird.
And you remember telling me that call was bullshit, right? I don't believe anything that they're saying. Because it was all production to the point they actually sat there. Let me patch you through to blah blah blah. Oh, I'm gonna patch you through to blah blah blah, and acted like they were this fucking big time company. No. So all the way back, just a couple weeks after Summer is mysteriously missing without a trace, we already have these characters involved and putting on productions. The Wells, I don't believe, are that smart to think up shit like this on their own. So they've had handlers from the beginning. But why? Why do they have handlers? Again, ask yourself, if they did something terrible this summer, this was something terrible, why is there so many people involved? Even with all of their behavior, which makes it blatantly obvious that something is wrong here. How do we still have, we have Tim Mullins, we have these PIs, we have all of these people that are literally puppet masters for them. But why? If Don and Candace just did something stupid with their daughter, why do we have all of these people making narratives and putting on productions and protecting the Wells? It almost makes me feel shitty, as if possibly the Wells are guilty of being shitty, neglectful, abusive parents that met the wrong people who didn't really give them a choice and took their daughter. Like, I don't even know anymore. That would kind of make me feel shitty, but they still all deserve to be in prison anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it does make me wonder. And then you have some of the same people trying to insert themselves in the Michael Vaughn case as well, which is also fucking alarming. But these productions started so early on. It's been production. Like, I mean, the only thing I can say wasn't a production, but I can't even say that 100%, was the very first press or the news interview that TBI had them do the day after, on June 16th. The day after they reported Summer missing, allegedly that she went missing. Okay, just give me a minute. If you have anything to say, maybe you can. I gotta go. I'm just gonna go through. I want to find where I wanted to show you guys the text tonight leading up to. And do you guys remember when Don wanted to do a $1 million pay-per-view event? Some of y'all are new, so you might not even really know about that. But Don had wanted me to plan a pay-per-view $1 million confession. And that was around the same time as these PIs. Yeah, that would have been back in July. Well, let me show you. You guys remember when I told you Candace waited till Don went to sleep, took his phone, and was messaging me, and then she was deleting it so Don wouldn't know? I'll show you those texts. Okay, so this is funny. Well, it's not funny, but so I was telling him, what was I telling him? Oh, I sent him the Okay, so there was a petition I shared with him. He said, "Cool. Jackie Dobbs is talking with our people and is willing to do whatever he can to clear his name. So that's good. Another box can be checked off." But doesn't he keep blaming and incriminating Jackie Dobbs? But here he is in August. Let's see a date here. Around August 13th. He's clearing Jackie Dobbs. Jackie Dobbs is talking with our people and is willing to do whatever he can to clear his name. So that's good. Another box can be checked off. So August 13th, he was already telling us, telling me Jackie Dobbs wasn't even on his list of suspects. But he continued incriminating that man until even today they're incriminating this man. So which is it? He's a suspect on their list or he isn't? He's cleared on their list. He says, "So awesome. This support from everyone helps make the pain caused by others go away. Please tell everyone involved, well, I just can't put into words the gratitude I have for you all. And I even seen a little smile and a little hope on Candace's face for the first time in a long time. God bless the peacemakers, for they shall inherit the earth." I said, "That makes me happy that she felt a little happy too. Have a good night. I'll text you tomorrow. We will edit a little of what we recorded in the AM and I'll send it to you when done. You guys are very strong and thank you so much for trusting in us." So we're saying goodnight. Okay. So we're talking fine all day. And he goes, "Same to y'all. We'll talk tomorrow." So he goes to bed. Here comes Candace texting me now. She says, "You are a liar, faggot bitch." I said, "Huh?" Because just like 40 minutes before that, me and Don were fine, but Don's phone was texting me the shit. So I said, "Huh? Excuse me?" And she goes, "Fuck you." I said, "Excuse me? Now this is totally random." And she called me every name in the book and told me that I never want to talk to you again, blah, blah, blah. And I said, "Wait, what?" And then how? Oh, and bitching about you say fucked up shit about my wife. This is when she deleted it. The only two things she deletes is when she was actually saying and pretending to be Dawn and saying that it's fucked up that I would say she stabbed her sister in the trunk of a car. She didn't do that. How could I say horrible things about my how could you say horrible things about my wife? I said, "Wait, what? How?" And then she kept going and going. I said, "Wait, what?" Because I'm like, Don wouldn't talk to me this way. Even on his mad days, he wouldn't say the shit. I knew it was Candace. So I addressed Candace. I said, "Wait, what? Sorry you feel that way, Candace, but you're being very rude to someone that has taken a very public lashing for you. You think it's fun that I get almost as much hate as you? You don't like to be judged, right? But I've had your back. I've had money sent to you and have been bashed for doing that, bashed for supporting you. So sorry. You are very wrong. I've been doing nothing but making people care about you. I don't deserve that from you, Candace, not one bit. I'm so sorry you are hurting, but I'm not a bad person. And it actually fucking hurts me that you're thinking of me, that you think that of me after everything. Somebody freaking knows something about that baby. I feel like they all know cotton candy boobs. Candace is illiterate, yet we are supposed to believe she has gotten away with this crime. That's why I'm saying there's no fucking way, you guys. There's handlers. For what reason? Why? Unless somebody else is also afraid of getting in trouble, or there's a possible ring at play, because I don't know what else to tell. There is definitely corruption, or the cover up happened after because the county seen, oh shit, like we are drunk eye Candace. Yeah. And so then 4 o'clock in the morning, Don wakes up and he goes, hold on. He goes, hey, this is Don. So what's happening now? Some ho McDumbass's crew got my Facebook shut down for a week. I haven't been on it. So he was trying to act like his Facebook was fucked up. Now, I've been talking to him on 4 different Facebooks. That's another thing that's hard showing you guys everything. It's like, well, shit, I've got to go on, like I said, 3 different phone numbers, 3 or 4 different Facebook accounts. He's scattered everywhere, which is another red flag. Anyone show me another crime that has a cast of characters? I know, Dalen. I know. I said, oh my goodness. Why do people have to be like that? It's unbelievable. I'm sorry people are so mean. And I said, I'm sorry about that text to Candace. I figured she was using your phone to text me. I said, I wish she would see that I mean well. And he said, she may have after I went to sleep. I wish I knew. Sorry if she did that. I said, she did. I knew it wasn't you, and it's okay. She has a lot on her mind. She can be mean to me. It's okay. I can handle it. I think she would like me in person, but too many people are telling her I'm a bad person, so I understand, and it's okay. And right away, it's back to bashing Chris McDonough. Yes, Chris McDumbass and his angels are telling her lies. And now they're attacking my employers. Everyone I know. I'm proud, I guess. I'm an advocate for Christ and his remnant church. Only 1% of the churches keep all commandments. I said, amen to that. Yeah, he is just an evil man. I've been watching some of his TV interviews from like the 90s. He always done this to people. He only cares about being famous. He says, I pray you and Mr. Cher check it out one day soon. I already know the Holy Spirit is working with you and Mr. Cher. Oh, fuck yeah, because then she texted Mr. Cher. Let me see if I have that for you. Baby, can I see your phone for a minute? Yeah, maybe. Which is Candace by. Okay. I'll show you all what she was saying to Mr. Cher. Because after that, she started texting Mr. Cher to try and make me mad or something. Yeah, so August 9th. So this is Candace to Mr. Cher. She texted him first, said, hello. He said, hi, Candace. She said, I would like to talk, but I don't trust anyone anymore. Everyone has turned their focus on them, and it's not about Summer anymore. Mr. Cher says, I completely understand. I can't even imagine what you are all going through. My wife and I are trying to stop the bashing you and Don are getting online. We definitely want the focus to go back on Summer. There has been a fair amount of support, but still a lot of hatred. You guys don't deserve that. We wish we could do more. She said, I will do anything to find my baby girl and bring her home safe. She is the most beautiful girl in my world. I cry every day, every night, and I love her with every being I have. Been silent because I tried to do my best and put her words out there, her face, and I have nothing to hide at all. I said, "You do know Cher." Yeah, I said that. "You do know Cher is my wife?" She said, "No, I didn't. And if I have said anything wrong, I'm sorry. But every time I get a minute to talk to him, he's gone off talking to her. So as his wife, it hurts me. I'm sorry. I just want our family back like it was." He said, "She is just trying to help. She would never mean any other intentions. We are both trying to do what we can to help. I definitely get it though. With all you've been through, hard to accept that strangers would come out of nowhere and want to help, especially when others have been so deceitful. But anyway, we wish you some peace and we're praying for Summer and all of you." She said, instead of just telling me herself, she said, "Please tell Cher I'm sorry, and it's all about Summer. I just can't take the and it is all about Summer. I just can't take the pain for some people to think I'm a monster. I just don't know how or who to trust." He said, Mr. Cher said, "Trust yourself, trust your husband, trust your heart, and trust God. I will pass on the apology to Cher. She actually just texted you too." She said, "I heard she has me blocked. I do trust God. I don't know, but I will try to talk, but I'm so crushed. I unblocked her and told her I'm sorry." He said, "That's good. I'm sure she just wrote you, so you shouldn't be blocked. I don't know what's going on, but she just texted me." And he said, "Okay, good." And then she blocked him. But that night, they actually video called me, and Candace was crying and crying and apologizing and telling me she was just a jealous wife and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, that sounds great. I appreciate y'all very much.
Do we miss his voice? Just kidding. Okay. I'm trying to find the whole $1 million idea. Hi, Shubi Mom. Feeling better today. Yes. A culture is just that we're not all the same. One great thing in common has always been a God, power, and prayers for this family to find justice. Family clouded by coins and clowns. Yeah. I'm going to listen to Jody Sue. I believe she may be leaving the area. Her last live in chat, it looked as if maybe she is leaving the area, but I'll update you. Okay, September. You, Cher, and Mark, as well as Benny, have given them the best shot all you can do. Wasn't, yeah, I mean, I think we all did our best and continue doing our best with what we have. I don't want us to forget her, because I've said this from day one. If you guys remember, I said this has, what were my words? I said this has been set up to be a cold case from the beginning. They want us to forget about this and just move on with our lives, and I've said this from day one. From day one. Oh, and here's where Don keeps. Here's one instance where I send Don something. I send him the StreamYard link, and he says, "Can you please send it to my other phone?" And I said, "Just did." But I already sent it to the one phone, but he was like, "Send it to my other phone." I'm like, I just sent it to your other phone. August 17th, 4 o'clock. Here's where he got like a third or fourth phone. Got a new phone, trying to figure it out. Heck yes, awesome. Oh yeah, I'm doing a live later. Wish I knew how to find Summer. I said, me too, I'm sorry. Hey, Mallory. Hi, everyone. I'm not trying to ignore chat. I'm looking for something. But yeah, so August 17th, new phone. And here he is checking on me because I can't remember if August 17th is when the day came out where there was something said about him on that day, and he checks up on me. Are you okay? And he would apologize to me a lot, like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure I created a mess. I'm sure you're just getting blown up. And he would feel bad for me. And it's like, dude, don't feel bad for me.
That was really nice of her to share that.
Okay. What's this?
Yeah, I got to finish this job up and get out of here. I'm hoping I still have a job after all this is done. But thanks. Hey, I'd like to point out that Mr. McDonough is up to his old tricks. Not only is he hindering an investigation, and while the real kidnappers get away, and he puts all the focus and tries to railroad an innocent person, he's letting the real kidnappers get away and putting all the focus in the wrong area. And it's obvious that Ali and Hunter have lied tremendously, and he chooses to go with all these lies and try to railroad an innocent person again. Yeah, I heard on that Michael Crow case that they sued the city and Mr. McDonough for $7.3 million. Hey, I'd like to.
He wouldn't stop about Chris McDonough.
Yeah, she cut the back of her hair a little bit, so we tried to cut the back of it
100%.
even more, and it looked really good for a long time. And she didn't have no hair in the back of her head, but it still looked really good. But it just kind of got out of hand, so we decided to shave her head so that it would all grow back out even all the way around again, and that's why we shaved her head.
All right, I found where he wants the $1 million. Okay, hold on. So August 16th, 1 month after Summer was reported missing. Okay, so let's go up a little bit. So August 16th, 12:48 p.m., lunchtime. I said, "Are you working today?" He said, "Yeah, why?" I said, "I would like to record something people liked when you talked like someone had Summer, showing that you have hope she is still alive. We should record you talking to whoever has her. No questions, just a recording of you directly talking to whoever has Summer. There's quite a few who are suspicious of McDonough. Why would he go with Ali's lies, which are easy to see along with others, and point fingers our way? Seems very suspicious." He says, sorry guys, let me figure this out. Okay, let me take that banner off too. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, Chris McDonough hit a nerve, but that's the way, like, as long as you're bashing Chris McDonough, he wanted to talk. Or going along with what he's saying about Chris McDonough. Maybe we can turn it back on him. Why would he do that though? Who is Chris McDonough protecting? I said, absolutely seems weird and trying to make you the bad guy, TBI or police. He goes, I don't think them. They're just misdirecting them. I just got a feeling somewhere in his group out there, somewhere is where Summer is. So he's literally blaming Chris McDonough for kidnapping his daughter, along with 100 other people. It's everyone. He's even accused me and Benny. I said, the attacks and lies are normal on social media, especially in true crime, but it has gotten even more evil for sure. He goes, I want to stoop down to his level, but that would be wrong. Do you know where he's at? Bet you Hawkins County would let me have one free punch on Chris McDonough, he's talking about. I said, ha ha ha, don't do it. And then he said, he's in Tennessee, not at home. I said, yep, somewhere in Tennessee. And he said, I would rather have someone punch me than the punk stuff he's doing. You know what I mean? I said, oh, totally, I get it. He is trash and he has lost some supporters because of you, LOL. And he's like, cool, and you all. All right, here we go. I couldn't believe when Chris McDonough threatened Ben and then me. Apparently, people think I'm helping you hide Summer. Do you see how dumb people are? I'm in an entire different country than you. He says, wow, I thought of doing an entire confession, LOL. Hold on, pay per view, and then confessing how much I love our church or something. LOL, let's make $1 million. I said, ha 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 ha, that's funny. Your own cliffhanger, LOL. He goes, it'd probably work. my dumbass, right? I'm like, oh, that would. But people would say you aren't taking Summer Missing very seriously. They will twist it to make you look bad. He goes, but they do that anyways. I wouldn't do that though, unless there were any way to show how dumb they are for listening to every word of McDonough. No money involved. I said, I get it. Let them know they're all being sheep. 1 month, August 16th. 1 month, 1 day his daughter's been missing. Already planning $1 million confessions and lies, all to make Chris McDonough look stupid. That's his concern. 1 month, 1 day after his daughter disappears without a trace, is still missing. His concern is terribly, like I showed you with the last text messages. He's more concerned with discrediting and bringing Chris McDonough down than searching for his daughter. When was he searching for his daughter? You just read in the text messages, I'll do anything for my daughter. Just what Candace said, I'll do anything for my daughter. I just love my daughter. I want her to be found. But what were you doing every single fucking night? When was Candace out looking for Summer? Never, never, not one time. In fact, for 10 and a half months, from July 9th to when Dawn went to jail, I can promise you Candace was out and about getting high and drunk and passed out in bed. How do I know? I lived on video call with her husband and I saw with my own eyes what was going on. And it's not that difficult to know, hey, I'm on video. And if I'm not on video, I'm on the fucking phone or I'm texting. He sure as shit ain't out in the woods looking for his daughter. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. Yep. Playing defense all along instead of looking for your daughter. Like, how are we supposed to take that? And I'm telling myself the entire time, like, Dawn, and I'm even like trying to tell him in the text, like, you're kind of acting fucked up. Like, people will say you're not taking Summer Missing seriously. Like, hello, hint, hint. But he just didn't take it. Cares more about Chris McDonough showing me screenshots of what people are saying in Chris McDonough's chats. His time and energy is focused on what people are saying about him and his wife and his mother-in-law instead of looking for his missing daughter. You know, his prize. Nobody's actually looked for Summer, in my opinion. Sure, we've had the TBI or the Hawkins County out there 3 times. EquiSearch has really looked for Summer. I will say that. Let me take that back. I feel like they are the only 2 searches that were ever serious. And remember, I told you what bugged me was hearing Dawn's say they were out here and I feel so bad for them looking in the woods. He fucking knows that Summer's not in there. And it's almost, I don't know how to really describe it, but the vibe I got from it immediately watching that interview, and I've said this since that interview, since day one, it's almost like he's laughing at the searchers without laughing, but oh, I sure feel terrible. I told myself this dude's a fucking psychopath. He knows she's not in the woods, but he's sitting back and watching them search where he knows she ain't. And it's like a trophy to him in a way. Like, or trophy might not be the right word. I don't like it, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Equisearch was limited where they could search because of LE. Again, red flags. Oh, your hair is beautiful. I forgot it was purple. Beautiful. You are beautiful in the purple hair club. I gotta redo mine, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. I kind of like the pastel color, but I'll do it probably right before I go meet Dad. He's a psychopath. He is a narcissist psychopath, and I know them well. And he is. He 100% is, because he like believes what he's saying. She's not even close to Ben Hill. I believe that. I don't. Or if she is, she's. I don't even want to say it. I just on Saturday, because I hate to think the way I'm thinking, and I know everyone's getting discouraged, but I do like that Vanessa has some positive energy. She still feels Summer is alive and that she is okay. Saturday we're gonna have her on, and I'm telling you guys, after Saturday, after I'm like, one day I will show you, as long as she's comfortable with it. But remember, I have all conversations thinking it's going to be public at some point, because I'm on YouTube. So everything I say, I don't say shit without realizing someone's going to show this one day. That's why, like, I just say what I say and I don't care. I say it to your face behind your back, the same things, right? So I haven't told her much. I haven't told her like anything. And I've told her, and I will prove this conversation one day after we do some work to you guys so you can see. We have obviously talked to discuss our show, but I even said, I was like, I don't want to tell you anything, because I don't want to. I was like, me and her are being very cautious, not cautious, like cautious of giving each other too much information, because we want to you guys know what I'm saying. I'm being very careful without telling her names of people or anything about the case. We're not even talking about that. Yes, Mallory. Yes. So both of us have been very cautious in what we're saying to each other, so that people can't say, "Oh, Cher just told Vanessa everything." No, the fuck I didn't, and that can be proven that I did not do that. And she can prove that as well. So, and people go to her like, "Oh, well, you talked to Cher. She told you everything." She can say, "No, the fuck Cher didn't. Cher was extra cautious with me and didn't want to tell me a damn thing." So it protects both of us in that way, but we'll still get hate, because you know how people think about psychics. But I really like her energy, and I like that in listening to that reading that her and Aphrodite did. I know Aphrodite doesn't, I don't feel like from watching his readings that he is in agreement with Vanessa, but that's okay. But I do like that it gave me hope that, okay, maybe she's out there. If she is or isn't, I want to have that hope that she is, because it does make, I think, some people refresh to keep going. And I think that is needed. So yeah, and she's super fucking nice and awesome. So it just makes sense. Yeah, I am liking her a lot. She's super sweet. She actually was gonna help me. She was like, "Do you know how you can edit this or that?" On, like, she was like, "I can help you." I'm like, "My husband's a editor." But yeah, no, she's super sweet. But yeah, Mallory, you're, I think, like her only mod or one of her top mods. But yeah, we can both prove that we have been very, very cautious of the information. Well, there's actually really no information. So Saturday, I want to play a couple voices for her live. Excuse me. And get her energy, what she thinks about that. Because you all know how we left it last time with her when I played a voice and she said some stuff. And we haven't actually talked about that again. but we're gonna bring it back up as well as a couple of other voices, and it'll be interesting. So it'll be kind of like a, I don't know if you want to call it updated reading or just her and I putting our energies together and seeing what she comes up with, what her vibes are, what her energy is coming up with. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday evening, and I'm excited. I can't wait either. And then Sunday, I think I'm going to there's a documentary I want to go through, and I'm willing to take a hit on my channel to show it, or I might do it on my one channel that's not even monetized. um I think it's important we watch this Vera, Voices for Vera case, because I could not stop thinking. There was two cases I was thinking of, which is the Avery case and Summer Wells case in watching this documentary. And like Mr. Share was like, holy shit, I can't believe like the things that people get away with. Like, why isn't Candace or all of these people getting some kind of charges for lying to police? Because for certain, several of them have straight up lied. Hey, seriously, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you for becoming a member. Sheriff Tim Cooper said that Summer is Funds is going to the courts. Yes, Huda, thank you for that. And I will pull that up again. It's discouraging. It's not good. I know a lot of people are going to be talking about this tonight and tomorrow. Well, you know, as they should. Everyone should be upset about this. Absolutely. I'm gonna pull it back up again. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm not sharing screen, am I? Sorry, y'all. Let me take the banner down. Yes, it's all set up for Saturday night, and her link, I think she's got two channels, so I have to share the other link. But in the description, we have her channel link. Please make sure you're subscribed and check her out. She is awesome. Also, make sure you check out in the description of that show. She has a web address that I shared also. She does private readings. She does private readings, of course, for a small fee, but she does not charge. I actually asked her, do you have a PayPal or a Cash App that I can share if people would like to tip you on Saturday night? And she said, no, she doesn't want to do that. She said, please just share my channel links and my website, my website link if people want a private reading. And I was like, okay. So, oh, she didn't want to do that. So she's not doing readings on Summer to make money or get Cash Apps or PayPals. She actually told me she didn't want to share that. So it's not in the description. And you know, me just trying to be nice, like, well, if someone wants to tip her, like, I don't mind. So Mallory, on Saturday, when you join us, you are a mod, right, Mallory? If you're not, I will definitely make you one when she's on there. But yeah, if you want to share them because she's too nice and won't, you can certainly share them in the chat on Saturday night if you would like to. But no, she specifically told me, and I asked her 2 times and she said nope. So they should, G Maria. I would really, really hope so. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. I am trying to keep, when I show the text, the lives kind of shorter so that if people do want to watch through, I know they don't want to watch through 2 or 3 hours. So we're going to go little bits at a time. Now, after tonight, I'm just going to take you guys from the beginning and we're going to go through everything. I'm going to show you all of the text messages on all of the accounts. And next time I show the text messages, it's just going to be from July 9th, which is the first time he replied to me, until we went to jail. I'm going to share it all, and I'm going to share it on all of the platforms. Like I said, I don't know what could be useful. I don't know what might stand out to someone else that didn't stand out to me or Mr. Share. It could be something. So, thank you, Cotton Candy Boobs. Yo, main girl, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you for becoming a member. Beautiful eye makeup. Okay, let me do that right now so I don't forget. Because I do want. Okay, you are now, Mallory. You are now. I want to make sure. I want to make sure she has her mod as well. Oh, thank you, yo main girl. I'm not for everyone, and I'm sure I'm going to say things that you don't agree with, but just, you know, keep watching. I promise I'll probably say something you do agree with, but I think I might be I'm too out there, and I might be just too blunt for some people's liking. But that's okay. Not everyone's gonna love share, and I'm okay with that. Because the ones that do are awesome. Because I love y'all the same. I think we're all the same kind of people, so it's good, right? Yep, as we speak, lol. Okay, sorry, I keep saying I'm gonna share that. Let's share this news media thing. News media thing, whatever. This bullshit is what it is. All right.
There have been some questions raised in regards to distributing the reward fund. We have been advised to and will be paying the reward fund money to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter. Upon advice of counsel, that is all I can say at this time.
What court is that?
This is the statement that I'm making. At this time, it will be turned over to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter.
What's the amount of the money at this point?
At this point, I don't have the most accurate, up-to-date account. The money is still in the account this time, and that's all I have. Thank you.
But I'm just confused here, Tim. What court are we talking about? Is there a legal matter here?
At this point, that's all I can say.
Sheesh. I don't like any of that whatsoever. Does anyone know if any other reward money has been turned over to the court? No, I don't know. Love you too, Kim Maple. If you would like to help share on her. Aw, thank you, Cotton Candy Boobs. Yeah, that's oh shit, it's less than a month. Yeah. It's an exciting summer though, because we'll come home, have a couple weeks, and then the kids will be here for 2 weeks. Am I going to do any conspiracy content soon? Yes, I am. What can I say? I'm a conspiracy theory kind of girl. I know people don't believe in them, but in some situations, it's hard not to think that. Isn't it hard not to what people will label conspiracies when really it's like, what the fuck's going on? It's hard not to think conspiracy when you got puppet masters and reward money missing. How can I not? And Don Wells talking to me about conspiracies in his own daughter's case, like actually using the words. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but blah 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 blah. I know. I can't wait. You know, you're getting one of the first pictures, you and Tammy Burns and Jen. You go there instantly. It's very hard not to, right? I mean, technically, I guess I go there instantly too. But like I said, I have one of two things that I believe that happened. But a part of me leans more towards like conspiracy because I don't understand if the other thing I think happened, there shouldn't be so many puppet masters involved. So it you know what I'm saying? So I lean more towards the conspiracy side of things because oh, the puppet masters involved and everything going on. It's really, really hard not to. And not once did Don Wells ever refer to Sheriff Ronnie Lawson as anything but his cousin Ronnie. And you'll all see it. Now, it's always been cousin Ronnie. Now, that could have been to manipulate me for 10 and a half months to thinking it's really his cousin. But there are times, remember, I went live and I would say that, and I'd say other fucked up shit as well that he'd catch on to. But never would he correct the cousin Lawson. Why did he never correct that? Because that's literally what he called Ronnie Lawson himself. I mean, I even said, what church does your cousin Lawson go to? Does he go to SCA too? And Don was like, no, he's Baptist. And I was like, oh, I thought family would probably go to the same church. My bad. I'm sorry. He was like, no. He's Baptist. Like he never corrected me. You know what I'm saying? I'll find that. We'll play it next time. But I don't like it. So yeah, Yo Main Girl, lots of conspiracies, and I'm using the air quotes because people can say that to try and ignore truths all they want, but some conspiracies are real things. I always say if I can think them up in my head, it's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'd like to leave these when we're going to about an hour. So we're a little bit over that way. It's not too long for people to sit through. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do the 8, 9, 6 hour long streams. I've done a couple, but I need Red Bull for that shit. But I will see you guys tomorrow early afternoon for a Hot Topics, and it's going to be open panel. So if my mods would like to join, or my members, you will be welcome to join for Hot Topics tomorrow. And I may go through tomorrow, Saturday. No, tomorrow's Friday. We may do more text messages tomorrow because we got a lot to get through on different accounts to get through. And then Saturday night is another show I'm excited with Vanessa on. So make sure you guys are subscribed to her channel and check her out. It's past your bedtime. It's almost my bedtime. All right, to my members, thank you for being a member. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thanks to all the new members and my mods. You know I love you. Love you. Zena, Cotton Candy Boobs, Trulia, Daylin, Chatty Jen, Holy Sin, Squids, Mallory. I'm sorry I'm not listening. We're gonna get a new video made. I promise you. We're gonna get a new video made with all my mods and my members on there so that I can play that because I Tammy Ayo, thank you. Anyone I'm not listing, I apologize. Please don't hate me, but I love y'all and thank you for helping this platform be what it is. I plan on getting into that and definitely would love a conversation with her. Would love a conversation with her. Oh, you know what? I do want to show you guys one more video that Chatty Jen sent me, and it's because I agree with what this dude is saying 110%. Share screen. I don't know if it'll play on here.
CPS? Hello? Where the fuck you at? Nah, y'all can't run this time. I got your ass. Why don't you hear stuff like this very often? Because most my foster brothers and sisters that I grew up in the system with as an orphan ward of the state in CPS custody are dead or in the penitentiary or fucked up on drugs to the point to where they can't and will not talk about these things that transpired in CPS care, man. So listen carefully and I'll take this shit easy on you. Maybe we can even settle out of court without a jury and without all that bullshit. Somebody better reach out because when I save up enough money to hire a badass lawyer, I'm coming for everything y'all took from me. And I won't be able to prove 80% of the shit that I went through, which was beatings, rape, abuse, neglect, molestation, abuse. But I can prove that the man that y'all adopted me out to has been registered ever since me and my brother ran away from him. Y'all put us with a sex offender who beat us bloody. CPS? Hello? Where the fuck you at?
I want to talk to that dude. It's terrible. And facts. So I remind everyone who's so thrilled that the Wells boys are in the system, I promise you they're not having the best life because they're all over the age of 5. So continue to pray for the Wells boys who are also victims in this case. Summer, Josie, Waylon, and Wyatt. Thank y'all. Much love. Have a good night. Well, as good as you can anyways. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Well, it's currently 6:41 a.m.